now it's Daniel Jacobs versus Canelo Alvarez.
They made it?
Yeah.
Get out of here. Yeah. Whoa, that's a nice one. It's a good one.
What's your thoughts on the fight?
I don't know. Interesting. It's going to be very interesting. You know, it's a good fight. I think, you know, it's a hard one to predict, especially hitting me with it like cold, so I haven't had a real lot of time to think about it. But I think it's going to be a good fight.
Who's your favorite in that fight?
You know, it's tough, man. If point a gun to my head, you know, I can see a situation where both guys can win it. You know, it's definitely a different opponent than a different kind of opponent than Golovkin style-wise. But I think a motivated Jacobs is a problem for anybody. A motivated Canelo is obviously a problem for a lot of guys. It's interesting. It's a good fight.
Are you shocked that they made the fight? You sound a little surprised.
No, I'm not shocked. I'm just shocked that it was made right now. Like, you know, like I'm surprised more like you caught me off guard. Like I didn't expect you to come up to me and tell me that fight was made. Okay. I expected you to come up to me and ask me a couple of random questions. So the fact that you hit me with that's what surprised me. Like I didn't expect it this instant. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't a fight. It was a fight that was being talked about. So yeah, I mean, like, I'm not totally shocked that it's made. I was just shocked about in this instant.
You grew up with Danny. You were kids together in the gym.
Yeah, I was a little older, but yeah, okay. It was. I saw Danny coming up. Yeah.
What do you think? What does he need to do to win?
You know, Danny has a lot of weapons at his disposal. You know, he has a very balanced attack, and he's got to be mentally focused, obviously, in the fight. But I think he's got a very balanced attack, and he can really put himself in a position to do well. He's very versatile. I'm not gonna sit there. I'm sure. You know, I'm not gonna sit here telling you all the things he does, but you know, there's a lot of things. I've been watching Danny since the amateurs, you know, and there's a lot of things he does out of both stances. Very fluid fighter. When he's focused, he's on. It's just he doesn't always come off as focused as some certain fights, but when he's on, he's on. And I think it's one of those fights where, you know, he's gonna get up for it. Of course, Canelo's coming into his own as well.
That's what I was gonna ask you, because the last couple of Jacobs fights seemed kind of, I don't know if blah is the right word, but
yeah.
I think it was just he wasn't up for it.
Yeah, and he hadn't really looked the part prior to fighting Golovkin either. You know, like, you know, he looked good, but he hadn't fought like certain guys aside from maybe Quillen that you think like, oh wow, you know, this really solidifies him. You know, he fought a blown up Ishe Smith and fought certain other guys. You know, you weren't really like impressive with the opponent resume going into the Golovkin, but I always knew something about Danny. I always knew Danny when his mind is set and he's focused. I've seen him in the zone in the gyms. I've seen him in the zone in fights. So I always knew what he was capable of. And so the Golovkin performance didn't surprise me at all. And I think that no matter what you think of his recent performances, Danny has that in him to become very motivated and you know, turn the world off. And in his own mind, have only Canelo and the training camp and focus on it, because this really is a major moment in his career, and both of their careers really. But it's going to be an exciting fight.
Well, and for Canelo, we'll take the Rocky Fielding fight out, but he just coming off that win over Golovkin where it was a little bit controversial, but a lot of people thought he looked really good in it. Do you think like now he's hit his prime finally, being 28 years old?
I mean, can't really count Rocky Fielding. You know, I think Canelo is in his prime, absolutely. You know, and I think just the fact that no matter who you think won or lost the Golovkin fights, I don't think he won them. But the fact that he was in those fights in that way, and when everybody else couldn't even stand up with Golovkin, I mean, it goes to show you Canelo's quality. You know. And the Rocky Fielding fight is hard to make a judgment because I don't think the guy was of that level. But I think the Jacobs fight is coming at a good time for him as well. You know, in his prime, both guys are at a good point in their careers, and it's a really good fight. I'm still like taking it in the fact that it's happening.
What does this say